Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite things, and that's Dollar Tree organization. I am naturally pretty messy. I have 2 small kids. I live in a super small house in Philadelphia, so being organized is super important, or if not, it's going to be chaos, and I do not thrive in chaos. I need things to be organized and somewhat put together. One of my favorite things is to go to Dollar Tree and figure out different ways that I can use these $1 items to organize in my house, and Dollar Tree has so many amazing things out right now, so I'm here to share some new ideas to organize your home. So number one, the first most important thing when it comes to organizing from Dollar Tree is to think outside of the box. Just because something's labeled a dog bowl or if it's meant for back to school doesn't mean that you can't use it in your home to organize. I was super obsessed with this black and white buffalo check dog bowl that I found at Dollar Tree, and I kept on trying to find different ways to use it to organize. I wanted to use it in my fridge, and then we moved. Well, I have found a way to use it to organize, and we're using it in our breakfast station. So I've set up a really cute little breakfast area for my kids, especially for back to school. I want my kids to be as self-sufficient as possible. Utilizing stations is one of my favorite things to do, regardless if you live with a partner, with a roommate, with a spouse. Having something that they need to go to every single day in a designated area is one way for them to ask you less questions, and I like the least amount of questions in the morning especially as possible. To get started organizing the tea and drink station, I'm going to be using the desk organizer from Jot. This is definitely a 4 out of 5 star. I love it. My drawer was super messy. I had a bunch of different things in here, so we're going to start by taking it all out. We're going to see what's in there, and anything that doesn't belong in our tea and drink station, we're going to put in a new place. Of course, you need to clean out the area that you're using, and we're going to go ahead and interlock all of the little desk organizer pieces, and we're going to start putting in the tea. Now, you could do this completely just for tea organization. I didn't have that many tea bags. I would assume it would probably hold about six boxes of tea, depending on how thick. For this tea organization, I didn't have that many boxes of tea, but I would assume that you could probably hold about 5 boxes of tea in this one little organizer. I only had 2, and I had a bunch of room left over, but if you don't have the little mix-in drink things that I have for my kids and myself, you could definitely put tea bags in there. This is like Tetris, y'all, for adults. You have to play around with it, try to see what works, and in the end, I found a system that looks really good and is super practical as well. The few downsides to this desk organizer is the super bright color. I'm not a huge fan of. They do have it in pink and blue, I believe. You could spray paint it, but make sure you're using a sealer. And also, when they disconnect, like, they don't stay together super well. They do work for being in the drawer, but if it's like something that you're going into a lot and you're going to be super rough, I do notice that they do pop apart. But for the most part, 4 out of 5 for me. So here's a look at the after, and I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. It doesn't just look good, it's super practical for me and my kids as well. I would definitely urge you to head into Dollar Tree to see if you can find them. Like I mentioned previously, we're doing a breakfast station for my kids for back to school. I decided to use the Dollar Tree stackable bins to organize some of their snacks. I wasn't a huge fan of the bright colors, so I decided to give it a coat of black spray paint. Now, when you're spray painting plastic, you want to be super careful because it does like smear off really easy. Use a high quality spray paint and make sure you're using some type of sealer. Once it was completely dry, we brought it inside, and now it's time to get organizing. I'll leave a link to the cereal dispenser in the description box below. It was from Amazon. They have it for super cheap. I'm just adding in things like honey buns, oatmeal, granola bars, all the chewy bars. I added in some snacks in the middle part. They had Pringles, Cheez-Its, and then I added water to the bottom. Now, this is probably not going to stay this way because I'm a huge fan of trial and error. I see what works, I see what they eat, what they don't eat, and then I'll try to fix it and make it better. But for now, for just a couple of dollars, it looks really good and it's super practical as well. Right next to the snacks, I'm using the Dollar Tree dog bowl to hold things like spoons and straws, just extra things that I had on hand. I decided to use the Dollar Tree little felt pads on the bottom of the bowl so that it can slide back and forth on the top of the counter, just so that it doesn't rub off the paint that I have, but we are going to repaint it. This is a great hack for using items that are on your counter as well. I picked up some of the Dollar Tree plastic bowls. I was going to use the styrofoam bowls, but I thought why not use reusable? So those are the bowls that we're using. Now my kids can go grab their cereal, grab their snack, and be on with it. Because we don't have a pantry in this house, everything is out in the open, and I'm trying to find different places for everything. If you had a walk-in pantry, this would be so much better because you could put everything in one area and it would be out of the way. So definitely give it a try if you do have a pantry area. Creating these stations for yourself and your kids is a godsend. Another station that I created using all Dollar Tree items is the homework station, and this is super important because I need to have extra things here for my kids. So pencils, pens, crayons, markers, erasers, pencil sharpeners, y'all need some of that because when homework time comes, they can just take the little caddy, they can go sit down at the table, and I think it looks amazing, especially all because it's all from Dollar Tree. For the homework organization, we're going to be using 2 of the Jot desk organizers. I love the pink color. You'll notice in this homework station almost everything's pink just because I like it. Dollar Tree didn't have a bunch of neutral colors to choose from. I just chose pink and I like it. I'm a huge fan of pink, but my boys don't really care, so that's the only reason why I did that. These are the way that they interlock, so you could do 2, 3, 4 depending on how big the area is. You could definitely spray paint these if you want them to be more neutral, but again, make sure that you're using a sealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in all of the extra pieces. I am a huge fan of these little Dollar Tree like lockable containers. These are new this year from the back to school section. They had them in pink and a few other colors. They might also be in the stationery section where the school stuff is, so definitely check there. I used them for playing cards. You can use them for cords. You can use them for all types of things, and they're really good quality, so if you see them, pick them up. So I just got 3 of them and I placed them inside of the drawer as well. So now when it comes to organizing the drawer, everything that's inside of the drawer is just going to be extra. So extra glue sticks, pens, pencils, scissors, anything that the kids may need when they come home from school or while they're doing their homework is going to be within this drawer. If you had an office or an office area, you could probably do the same organization in this area. Just because we don't, we're always trying to make different areas in our house work, and I really think this is going to work well for us. I have a black caddy right on top. That's going to go from the table back and forth so that when they're doing their homework, they have their rulers, their pencils, their pens, their crayons, everything that they need for that homework assignment. My favorite things are these pen holders from Jot. These are amazing and they work super well in a bunch of different ways. I have a paper organizer right on the side for papers that come in and out of school. I have my binder for a home organization binder that I'm going to be doing in another video. If you want to see that, let me know. And then of course a calendar. One thing I do plan to add is like a big dry erase board to this wall because it doesn't look super balanced, but that is in the works. Dollar Tree has been stepping it up when it comes to closet organization. I love it. They have this new little closet shelf organizer. It comes in blue and gray. It basically just attaches to your closet bar. Has 2 little shelves and we're using it for the kids' school uniforms. It's a really great way to make the kids self-sufficient, to be able to go and get their uniforms, get the shirt, get the bottom, and get on with it. And plus, it's really nice if you have a small closet. Hopefully they'll make it a little bit bigger where there'll be a little bit more shelves. But for $1, you definitely can't complain. The next Dollar Tree item that we're going to be using to organize is their chair organizer. Typically, they want you to put it on the back of the chair to hold kids' stuff. It's in the stationery section. Well, I took it apart and we're going to be placing it underneath the top mattress so that you can have a little bit of organization on the side of the bed.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun.
The last idea is if you struggle with having your kids doing chores and you want to motivate them to do the dishes, to water the plants, to take out the trash, Dollar Tree has these really cute they're like little clothespin chalkboard labels. I decided to add a few chores to the chalkboard labels and stick them on the fridge. I added a few dollars into each of the chores that I want the kids to do. When the chore is done, they can take the money and they can get on with it and go. This is a good incentive rather than just having a chore list or a chore chart. An incentive is always nice as your kids get older because they want to see what the reward is going to be, not that there's going to be a reward in the end. And of course you could add more or add less depending on how many chores you want them to do. So those were just a few of the Dollar Tree organizations that I have for this video. If you're still here, then you are a real one. Go ahead and leave the hidden word bussin' in the comment section down below. Leave it in a funny, snarky, cute kind of way, and I'll feature some of you guys in my next video. I am super excited to read your guys' comments because you guys always leave the funniest like the funniest comments using the word. So go ahead and leave all those bussin' comments in the comment section down below, and I'll feature some of you guys in my next video. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope wherever you are, you're safe, happy, and healthy, and doing amazing. I'll see you guys over on Instagram and TikTok because I'm there 24/7. I'm just at Sensational Finds. I would love to have you guys follow me there. I think that's about it. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye, you guys.